1 AU has arrived. The XR6 single overhead cam motor. Purchased it off Marketplace. Picked it up for a bargain, $500. And noticed already, nice big transcooler in there, which will save us time and hopefully save this BDR for what punishment we're going to do when we put the turbo barra in there. The condition of the car isn't too bad. It's the red, so it is faded, but we're not going for looks in this build. We just want to run 11s on a budget. We have the adaptive shift BDR, which will get a shift kit put into it to manualize the BDR, so hopefully give us nice firm gear changes with 300 kilowatts is what we're aiming for. The Series 1 should come with an IRS LSD, as long as the previous owners haven't changed it. And the standard diff LSD is good enough in our other AU to run 9s, so we won't have to do anything with that bar change the oil and just make sure there's no metal in there. And then when we're finished, that single overhead cam will go in the bin, turbo barra in, and hopefully look something like this one, the other Series 1 that we built. Of course, the 9-second AU, it's a nice big MTA turbo on a gas motor. So that is the same motor package that we will be running in our build currently now. So hopefully it can hold up just as good as the 9-second AU does. Today we're going to start to get the single overhead cam motor out. The weather's not the best, so let's get as much as we can done. Pretty much 10mm bolts are everything around the engine bay that we're going to pull out. Pull the battery out, thermo fans, radiator, air intake, overflow bottle will move out of the way, and accelerator cable, that all comes off as well. And yeah, we'll get into it. Pretty much 10mm bolts will get everything. this situation, we're going to leave the air conditioner still gassed, because we're going to try and put that onto the barra motor. If that doesn't work, we'll just put the BABF pump on and we'll pull out all these air conditioning lines, but hopefully we can get it to work. So we'll undo that and just move it to the side. Come out with cable throttle. The BABF, we won't be using the cable throttle, so we're going to get rid of all that and we'll be going electric system, and the cruise control will no longer work off that either. And later on, when we do the pedal inside, we'll pull those through the firewall and remove that cable completely, and we'll fit the bracket for the flyby pedal. Front bar off. So when we pull the motor out, the engine crane's not going to damage it, and this way we can look at exactly how the front mount's going to fit. The transpooler they got mounted here, we're going to try and drop it down and mount it against the air conditioning condenser. We're going to have to move the wiring loom up onto the lip side here. Relocate the horn, which is an easy job, just with two wires. We'll relocate the horns. From looking at it, this air conditioning pipe here, unless we run a small intercooler, is going to get in the way. So once we get to it, I'm thinking we will cut off that's welded to the condenser there. We'll cut that bracket down there, and hopefully be able to push that up as far out of the way as we can and fit a nice size front mount. We'll get the condenser off the radiator, pull the radiator out, and be able to have a better look at it. Today we've gone and picked up the BF gas motor, which we will be converting over to turbo for the AU. So as you can see, we've already started to pull it down. The rocker cover's off to allow us to do upgraded valve springs, and we will be doing the head studs as well. The gas inlet manifold will come off, replace that with a turbo inlet manifold. Take the exhaust system off. We're going to have to change all the water lines over, because we're going to go a standard turbo off the BABF. So we'll run all the standard turbo lines and oil feed lines that we'll pick up from the wreckers, where we got the motor from, thanks to the late model Ford parts out at Maryland. The BF08 gas motor is the same motor I run in my 9-second AU with the unopened bottom ends. Standard oil pump gears, we won't be changing them. And we're going to try and run the BDR 4-speed behind it and see if we can get into the 11s on a low budget. Today we've put the BF gas motor down, and we've gone to late model Ford parts and picked up some more stuff that we've needed, which is the turbo inlet manifold, the turbo BABF loom. We've also fitted it with the BABF turbo fuel rail and fuel rag, some 660cc injectors, so we should be able to make 300 rear wheel kilowatts with them. We will be running the standard exhaust manifold off a BA. So we've got the standard lines which will mount up nicely to the standard turbo, so we don't need to modify anything in that situation. While we've got the motor out, it is a lot easier to do your valve springs and head studs. So we never did a video on that because there's already a lot on YouTube. If you want to learn how to do valve springs and head studs, you can. Due to being the gas motor, it's got the stronger bottom end, so we're not going to touch the oil pump gears, we're not going to pull the sump off or anything like that, and we should be able to run comfortably on 98, about 7 to 10 psi, and if we need more, we will convert it over to E85. I always get asked on Facebook is what modifications need to be done to actually fit the motor into an AU. If it was a FG motor, they have this rearward sump which you can convert over. The BF gas motor, so we don't have to worry about modifying any of that stuff. One of the main things people ask is, do you have to cut the bonnet out to fit a barra into it? The answer is no. If you run the Series 1 ELEF mounts, just angle grinding off the locating pin there, it'll actually fit straight on to your BA bracket, and then once that goes into the car, it will sit without having to cut the bonnet out at all, and you'll have enough clearance for the top of the barra motor. Another question people ask is to do with the power steering. You run the BABF power steering pump and the BABF power steering line. To get into the rack, all the fittings are the same. Now when you go to Supercheap or Repco, wherever, they will tell you there's only one BABF line. They're wrong. There's actually 1/4 2-bend line and a 3-bend line. You want the 2-bend power steering pump line. That'll give you a lot more room to work around to get it into your rack without modifying it. So in the turbo barra into AU build, we've had Cole Lambert look over the loom and sort us out pretty much a straightforward plug and play loom. So we've sent off the turbo one, which is modified, and the standard AU loom there, engine bay plug, which will bolt our plug straight in and plug up to the ECU, and all we've got to do is run the wires in to wire in for the OBD and the accelerator pedal, which, because it's a fly-by one, there's no cable on the barras. We've had a mount made up, which is over here, so I already knew pretty much how the mount's got to sit in the AU to hold the pedal, because I run the same system in the other turbo barra that I race as well. So once we've rolled all that in, that should all hopefully work, and Cole's made it nice and simple, just as a plug and play. So I'm in the shed, just the difference to show you guys between the 3-bend BA/BF power steering line and the 2-bend. So you got 1, 2, 3, and that just makes it a lot harder to get into the rack. Whereas the 2-bend just goes straight into your rack down there and clears the turbo and everything. Once we're putting it in, I'll show in the next video how that all works. The engine mount on the other side is the same as the Series 1, like we've done there. Just angle grinds off the top of it, and then that'll give you the clearance. As for the air conditioning condenser, in this build, we are going to run the AU aircon. So we have Cole Lambert, which will be making a bracket for us, which moves the AU air conditioning unit forward in line with the pulleys as they're smaller. Now, as long as the condenser doesn't get in the way of the front mount intercooler that we're going to put in the trans cooler, as long as it's not in the way, we're going to run it. If not, there's no harm. We just won't have aircon in the Series 1, so we'll pull that off. We'll put a BA aircon back on there with no lines connected, and it'll just basically be a pulley system for it. We've gone and got the XR6 turbo rocker cover off of BA, just so we can match the colour of the car and look awesome, I suppose. You've always got to have your rocker cover matching the colour of your car, just for the simple fact that it looks sick. Always leave these ones. Always.
So you always got to make sure you silicon them up more.
Yeah, silicon on the back of them there. Otherwise, oil will just get in and put a spark.
Yeah, not good.